Okay, cycling definitely is the way I prefer to go around in France. Like, I use my bike on a daily basis. But I'm gonna teach you a bit of vocabulary today because you will need it, and also a few do's and don'ts.
Bonjour tout le monde, I'm Cassie, your French tutor, so you can discover France the French way, and now is the perfect time to give this video a thumbs up already if you want to discover the best ways to explore France. In this video, we will see all the different rules that go with biking in France, but also, of course, vocabulary surrounding the bike and biking. And for that, you know me by now, and if you're new to the channel, well, welcome, and you will discover how we do. There is a free PDF that you can access in the description of this video with all the vocabulary, examples with context, everything you need. Alors, t'es prêt? On y va! Before hopping on your bike, you need to be fully geared up. So we will see all the gear you need to bike in France and also how they are called in French. I want you to stay safe, okay? So I want to make sure you get everything you need to be protected and visible on the road.
Okay, let's start with the gears because that's what you need, right? A bike, un vélo, let's start with that. But also a helmet, and a helmet, you call it un casque. Un casque. So mine is not that flashy all the time. It's just that there is like reflective fabric gear thingy. You know, you can have like a yellow jacket, reflective jacket, but I do prefer it on my helmet. Donc j'ai mon casque avec une couche réfléchissante. What you need is réfléchissant, qui réfléchit la lumière. That's the reflection part, okay? So for this video, I won't have the helmet on my head for obvious reason, but you do need it. Below the age of 12 years old, it is mandatory in France. Helmet is not mandatory for adults, though it is highly advised, and you will see a lot of people with helmets on when they're cycling.
Je porte toujours un casque sur la tête. Je porte toujours un casque sur la tête. Il est recommandé de porter un gilet réfléchissant pour être bien visible la nuit. Il est recommandé de porter un gilet réfléchissant pour être bien visible la nuit.
Now, I'm pretty sure it is the same in every country, but you need lights. And how you call that? Des feux. So we don't call it lights really, because lights would be lumière, but feu is fire. So you need un feu avant, so in the front, et un feu arrière. So these lights, of course, they are here so you are seen in the dark in the night. So if there is a car coming or even another bike, you're safe, or safer than without. But they're mandatory, so you need them. And talking about lights and be seen, what you also need is reflectors. So they are called catadioptres. I think I said them right the first time. So there are these little things in plastic most of the time that you have on your pedals and wheels.
Careful with that word. Les catadioptres sont essentiels pour être vus de tous les côtés. Les catadioptres sont essentiels pour être vus de tous les côtés. Catadioptre.
And last thing you need is a bell, donc une sonnette. Une sonnette, tu sonnes la sonnette. So it is another way to be visible, or in this case, heard by others.
Avec ma sonnette, je préviens les piétons et les autres cyclistes. Avec ma sonnette, je préviens les piétons et les autres cyclistes.
Okay, the sound was still quite bad, so let's talk, just like that, and you keep watching. So I was saying, in most big cities in France, you will see bike lines. So you just follow them and you're good. And if you don't see any, you can use the road. You're a normal user, but you stay on the right side. Again, you obey traffic laws, all right? But in most big cities, you will see these bike lines with these little drawing of bikes. They're easy to follow.
Il faut rouler sur les pistes cyclables, pas sur le trottoir. Il faut rouler sur les pistes cyclables, pas sur le trottoir.
As I said, you need to obey traffic laws, so it means you stop at the traffic light. Red, you stop. Green, you can go. And orange, you slow down. It doesn't mean you should go faster, okay? I'm pretty sure it's the same in your country, so. And sounds back. It also means that you need to pay attention to signs. So if there is like a priority sign, you need to pay attention to that. And otherwise, you're good to go.
Je dois respecter le code de la route, même à vélo. Je dois respecter le code de la route, même à vélo.
And last thing, and clearly important, it is to lock your bike with a lock, un cadenas, ou une chaîne. Depends.
Il faut toujours verrouiller son vélo avec un cadenas ou plusieurs. Il faut toujours verrouiller son vélo avec un cadenas ou plusieurs. We've seen a few rules and gear that you need, okay? But there are things that you shouldn't do, or things that are straight forbidden.
And let's start with one obvious one, because I say you need to obey to traffic laws. It is you do not drink alcohol and then take your bike, okay? Alcohol is prohibited when you drive. I know there is a slight limit, like you can have one drink, but let's be honest, you're more vulnerable on a bike, so you shouldn't. Just stay safe, okay? It's good, stay safe.
Je ne bois pas d'alcool si je fais du vélo. Je ne bois pas d'alcool si je fais du vélo.
Another one that is not that obvious, and to be honest, I learned when I came back to France, was that you shouldn't, it's actually forbidden, you shouldn't wear headphones. You cannot listen to anything or anyone when you are on a bike, okay? You have to be focused on your driving. Donc pas d'écouteurs, pas de casque. When I say casque here, it's not helmet, it is headphones. So be careful with that. I know it is the same word in French, but doesn't mean the same thing. One is really recommended, the other one is forbidden. Donc, un casque, ok, mais un casque pour de la musique, ça non.
Je n'ai pas le droit de porter d'écouteurs à vélo. Je n'ai pas le droit de porter d'écouteurs à vélo.
Another thing that is forbidden, it is to cycle on sidewalks. As I say, most cities, they have bike lines, so you use them, not sidewalks. Pay attention to that. Sidewalks are only for pedestrians. And do you know how we say pedestrians? Les piétons.
Les trottoirs, c'est pour les piétons, pas pour les vélos. Les trottoirs, c'est pour les piétons, pas pour les vélos. Nous, on a les pistes cyclables.
And last one, and the construction site is working a lot with a lot of noise, so we're gonna wrap it up. The last one, do not forget hand signals. So if you can take one hand off your bike and indicate where you're turning, you do that, okay? You need to do that. If you cannot, because you're not capable, literally, physically, of taking one hand off, well, your safety is the priority. But in a way, it is safer to indicate where you go. So up to you, but I would highly recommend you do, okay?
Je dois signaler avec des gestes quand je tourne. Je dois signaler avec des gestes quand je tourne.
All right, tell me if there are rules that are new to you or are the same in your country. It's also interesting.
You'll see biking in France is such a chill way to discover the cities or even the countryside. I personally love it, so I hope you did love this video. Don't forget the free PDF that is in the description. And if you want to keep learning fun ways to discover France, I recommend this video next. Donc à la semaine prochaine. Salut!